Mike Nichols, and president of the Badger Institute. And for anybody who doesn't know, we're a 501c3. We're a nonprofit, so we don't do contracted research. We're just interested in trying to, I think, like all of you, improve the quality of life in the state through good policy. So that's our only agenda here, and we believe the best way to do that is in support of 453, which is, of course, the bill that Representative Armstrong has co-authored and sponsored, that we think most importantly aligns zoning ordinances with comprehensive plans. And so we just want markets to work, and the housing market isn't working. And if I were the first speaker, I'd go through all the ways that I think it's not working. It's not working for buyers, we all know. It's not working for communities. If you look in here, we have stories of communities where, you know, they don't have first responders because they can't afford to live there. And that's a big issue when you're sick and you call 911. It's not working for developers, and it's not working for local governments. But and I'll just make this very quick. It's not working for developers, and that's important. They are the risk takers. But we don't think that developers should be given carte blanche. We certainly don't. But we do think that they need certainty, the assurance of knowing that when a municipality decides it wants housing, that means something, and that there's not an everlasting sort of reconsideration of housing issues, which often happens at the local level. So, you know, I'm just really going to kind of truncate my presentation because so much of this has been said, but I want to reiterate a couple things. This in no way erodes local control, as all of you know. I mean, I think there have been some suggestions that is the case, and it really isn't. And if anything, I think it makes the local control a more deliberate, considered process. It just kind of moves it up in a little bit earlier in the time frame, and makes it occur in the process of putting together a comprehensive plan when people are paying attention, when they know that it matters, and we think that's important. It in no way decreases transparency either, and I think Chairman Brooks has made that point. There's as much transparency as ever if you're going through the whole process of developing a comprehensive plan. You can read the statutes, and I have, about the way that this is a public process where people have input and, of course, a majority vote and all of that. So it doesn't take anything away from local control. There are many villages and cities we know, because we've really been all around the state on this for the last 6 or 8 months, talking to people who are concerned about this, and I think if they could be here today and they could talk about the process, they'd be in concurrence, right, and in support of 453 as well. But we've been in a lot of cities that want housing, that understand the necessity, the need, the yearning for that a lot of their people have. They want their kids to be able to grow up in this state, and they really can't afford to. But for those who disagree, I just want to point out, who want to severely restrict housing, who don't want the development, they can do that too. This doesn't preclude that. That in no way eliminates that option. But they just have to do it up front, I think, and in public, and in a way that again is considerate and deliberate, and that people are paying attention to. So I'll leave it at that. You know, at the Institute, we've taken a long look at this issue. We think it gives local planners and elected officials control. We know it does. It gives the public transparency. It gives developers certainty, and hopefully it gives people hope that they can be in a house and still achieve the American dream, because that's really the essential part of it. And I hope that all of us here across the entire spectrum can all agree on that. And since I do get the last word, I just say there's a lot that's been talked about today, but 453, and I know there are things that need to be addressed, and we certainly will like to be a part of that. And I know this is a little bit of a moving entity here, but we do believe that this should be at the crux of what you're looking at as a committee, making sure that in the end that zoning ordinances are aligned with comprehensive plans. So thank you. I appreciate your time and for listening to me.